Welcome to my gratitude art journal background flip through. Let's set the ambiance on the stage. I light my candle and let's begin. In this flip through, this is the first time I'm showing a flip through of just backgrounds alone. I've been talking a lot about backgrounds, and here I just want to show you when I fill a book with backgrounds. It is so encouraging. It just makes me so happy because I am ready to just dive in. In this first page, it's just some purple color that I just slapped down. Acrylic paint, I had it on my palette and I filled it up on the page. This is a really good way of using any leftover paint. So the leftover purple on my brush, I put in the middle. Finished, I went into the teal and went all around it. And the great thing is that I had journaling on that page, on the blank page, before I put any paint. I love that as well because then you see it peeking through. Now this page, I just wanted to, use up all the paint that was in my brush. I didn't want to wash it out. And so I create a dry brush effect. And that is actually a painting technique, using a dry brush, and you get these really lovely textures. Here I use the red first, and then I put black all around, leaving a space. So it's inviting me to put a quote or something in the middle there. Red, I'm just getting rid of the red and the black that was on my brush. And so a lovely background with red, blacks, and burgundies from the mixing of the black. That page also had journaling on it. Here, I'm imagining journaling over some of those areas, maybe creating some florals from just what the paintbrush created. Over that purple area right there, it's where the brush, I just kind of smash the brush down and it gives a lovely shape. And so I might create that into florals. Look at how the backgrounds just, I love it. This one was a black background. And as you can see, I started to do the next level. So I went in doodling with my Posca pens. And, that piece feels very finished to me. It's done. I could put a quote, or I can just leave it just like that. And I'm really impressed with just how that looks, just doodling. And you'll be amazed how meditative that is. Oh, this one, I think this is my favorite so far. Not all of them I've completed, but this was definitely the next layer. The first layer was just putting down leftover paint, closing the book, opening it back up, and you have these smudged kind of blots. And then I just went around it. I used a lot of black in that one as well, but then I went around it with the teal, negative painting, and did like a floral. Here, same thing. This is a background that I had before. Pinks, blue, teals, all over, just brush strokes. And then I went in another day and pulled it out with my pens. My Posca pens are my friend. I love them, love them, love them. And I know a lot of artists love them too, just for this reason, where it really stands out on acrylic paint. Here I go again. This was a black background that I had done before, that you might have seen before. Yellows, reds, oranges. That's the background. And then I went in with another layer. I put black, and then I used the top of my paint cap. And then I just stamped it. So I dipped the cap of the paint in paint and stamped it. This one, again, love it. You've seen this before in previous episodes where I just showed black background, and then I used just dots with the paintbrush of different colors. Here, it's a little dirty, but I don't mind it. So please don't be alarmed if your colors get dirty. These are backgrounds, and you can just keep adding. This is another one where I did like the blots of acrylic paint, closed it, opened it back up, and then I went in with the black. So the black went in between, and I just thought it looked like flowers with a reflection, when you hold it horizontally. So interesting, just interesting. Here with the yellow, and then I just kind of stamped my brush, the large brush, with red and different colors. Another one of the ink blots, acrylic blots, and then I went in with yellow around it. So some of them have the next level, the next layer. This one the bright green, and then I put in the reds, and I just kind of made flowers. This one again, red, and I did the yellows. It was a runny yellow, like I added water to it. It was runny, and I stamped it and opened it back. Here again. So as you can see, I'm just exploring. I'm not overthinking, slapping down paint. This is a lovely color combination. I love this with the teal and the purple. A lot of these just kind of close the book, open it back up, see what you get, you know. When I did this in a few hours one night, listening to a podcast, and it was so much fun, so therapeutic. And on each page, when I was finished, I just blasted it with my hair dryer. And literally in seconds, I would say about 30 seconds, not even a full minute. It's dry, next page, next color, or next couple of colors. Slap down the paint, zzz, buzz it with the dryer, next page. Just such a rhythm, and it's just making me more and more excited. Here I'm showing dry brush effect again with these colors. I just love that. They give lovely textures. Here I use the yellow, and then I put the green around it, all in one sitting as a background. This one I had black background, then went in with the yellow, and did that stamping with the top of the paint container. I love to use this technique, and it's just a paintbrush dipped in paint and just like dots and dabs. It's a very like impressionist, the French impressionists, just dotting the paint with the paintbrush. And here I just kind of ran out of paint, so I just allowed it to go into the white and look like it was faded out. Lots of things to do. This one, a little bit of red came out from the next page. That's fine. In this one, I use yellow and green, light green, like a lime green, and just like swirl with my paintbrush. And that's the effect you get. So just experiment. What can you do with the paintbrush? Maybe not even a paintbrush. What were the found objects? I love painting and making marks. So create those backgrounds any way you want. I just ran out of ideas, so I just slapped down some black paint and stripes, red paint stripes, and here it's going to invite me to journal or, use my Posca pens again and do lettering, do journaling, put in some of my gratitude quotes. So all of this is making me so happy. I can't wait to dive into some of these backgrounds. Already I'm getting ideas, and the best thing about it is that you don't have to worry about that blank page. That insecurity of the blank page is real, and it doesn't matter how long you've been doing this. It is real when you're staring at a blank canvas, you're staring at a blank page, and even a journal where you're supposed to be free, you stare at that blank page, and it's just like, a deer in headlights, right? With this one, I love the colors in this. I used like the lime green underneath, and then I put a darker green, closed it so you got that texture I was telling you about. And then I created another texture by using the end of my paintbrush and just swirling while the paint is wet. It must be while the paint is wet. It picks up some of that top color, and then you see the underneath color coming out. Love that texture. I use that technique a lot in some of my paintings as well. So all of these are just, ways of exploring, and they inform a lot of my paintings. And so I'm using a lot of these backgrounds, colors. I will paint over certain colors. This one with the red and the black really gives you some beautiful burgundies. I closed the page again, opened it, created some of that texture. I believe I took like a tissue and just dabbed it. That gives you interesting textures as well. And now I can go in with my Posca. All of these different colors. I was showing how to use the black and the white, but don't be afraid and start doodling with other colors and see how they go with certain backgrounds. It's all about exploration and seeing what you can do. But working on these backgrounds are just so much fun. And I just thought it was really important to show you that you can use these backgrounds, You don't have to do a journal cover from beginning to end. Here I am closing the book, opening it again, as you can see. That's definitely a happy place for me because it's so random. And a lot of my work starts off random like that. A lot of mixed media is like that. And then you pull the juiciness out of it. Then you see things appearing. You know, here I use a dry brush again. I'm allowing the background to come through. And here, I didn't put a flat background. That's just the white of the journal paper. And I'm allowing that to come through as well. And that's it. I have a few more. I have about a quarter of that book left. And there you have it. All of my lovely backgrounds. Can't wait.